Hello, just wanted to spend a little bit of time with you making sure that you understand the different types of reproduction. The question on the table, do all organisms reproduce sexually? Take a second, look at the ones on the screen, and think, if you answered no, you were correct. Unicellular organisms, for the most part, reproduce asexually. There are a few exceptions we're going to talk about. Plants reproduce sexually. Insects reproduce sexually. Prokaryotes do not. Of course, the three at the top, multicellular organisms, animals, and eukaryotes, all reproduce sexually. Well, what is asexual reproduction? Asexual reproduction is when one cell becomes two. The picture to the right shows two bacteria cells dividing. These offspring are identical to the parents. One example of asexual reproduction is binary fission. This process is where one cell simply splits into two. You see the two pictures below. The second type is called budding. This new offspring grows out of the side of the parent. There's a hydra, a potato, and strawberries. Those are probably the ones that you're most familiar with. If you forgot what a hydra is, you might want to go online and watch a video of a hydra, H-Y-D-R-A. Regeneration is a process I think you're all familiar with. This is a process where an organism regrows parts, like a lizard's tail, a starfish, or planaria. We talked about planaria when we studied our unicellular organisms earlier in the year. If you take a knife, you can cut a planarian in half and it will grow back. I'm sure you're familiar with a lizard's tail. The tail can fall off and it'll grow new back. Humans also regenerate cells. Our skin and liver are examples of cells that regenerate. They can repair themselves. Sexual reproduction, that's when two sex cells or gametes combine. We've already talked about the female gamete, ovum or egg, and this male gamete, sperm. We also know, because we are created by sexual reproduction, offspring produced are similar to their parents. We don't look identical to our parents. We might have their eyes or their cheek structures, but we don't look exactly like them. So which of these images reproduce sexually? Take a second. If you said the flower and the bear, you are correct. Fertilization is a process that happens with sexual reproduction. The gametes combine inside or outside of the female. There are two different types of fertilization, internal and external. Internal fertilization occurs when the sperm and egg combine inside the female. And external fertilization occurs when the sperm and egg combine outside of the female. So can you think of examples of each type of fertilization? Internal fertilization example, that's you. It's how you were produced. Do plants reproduce using internal fertilization? Think back about the plant dissection, thinking about the plant structures. Did fertilization happen inside of the female? And the answer was yes, it happened inside of the ovary. The next type is external fertilization. This occurs in aquatic environments. They always produce numerous offspring. Two examples you're familiar with are fish and frogs. Can you think of one drawback or one benefit of this process? Go ahead and do so in your notes, and I would like to see your responses.